So hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be doing a updated cat food haul. I am so excited to do this video. I'm currently surrounded by a lot of cats and I honestly cannot wait to show you guys everything. I haven't done one of these videos in 8 months, which is crazy, and I have been meaning to do one, but I've just been so busy and I've kept putting it off for so many reasons. So today is a day where I'm finally going to sit down and show you guys everything I've been feeding Bella over the last 8 months. So I'll link my previous free cat food hauls in the description. I think I've done maybe one kitten one and then I've done 2 adult ones so far. So if you're new to my channel, I have a almost 2-year-old ragdoll cat called Bella. She's currently laying on my bed. I'll probably show you guys her at some point in the video. So I apologize if you can hear any music in the background. My neighbours have just started playing music. So if you guys have a cat or you're going to be getting a cat, one thing that is important to know is cats can be very fussy. Most cats are very fussy. There's so many different types of food for them. So you'll have cat foods in gravy, jelly, some kind of broth, you'll have chunks, you'll have just like the actual pieces of meat. You've also got pate. There's a lot of different textures and the main goal is finding out which ones your cats like and don't like. And then obviously you've got different meat options. So you've got fish and then you've got poultry. Some cats will like both, some cats will only like fish. So yeah, it's just finding the right food that your cat likes. Bella, she prefers to eat meat that is like just actual pieces of meat, but there's a couple of foods she will eat that are chunks. I only feed her the best quality foods, so a lot of the foods I'm going to show you guys can be a little bit pricey. I spend about £100 a month on feeding Bella, so she tends to get 2 tins or 2 pouches a day, so wet food in the morning and evening and biscuits during the day. If you guys have seen some of my previous food hauls, I will be mentioning some of the brands I've already mentioned, but I do also have some new brands to share with you guys. I find that Bella's diet changes about every 2 weeks. So when I done my last cat food haul, I think she was going through a phase where she didn't like fish. So I ended up having to search for a bunch of really good quality food that were chicken based. Then I got her into the routine of eating chicken in the morning and fish in the evening, but then she started going off the chicken, the tins of chicken I was feeding her. So then she was just on a mixture of different things, and then I started feeding her raw food. Yes, I finally tried Bella on raw food, so she was on that for 2 weeks and then she went off that, and then since then I've just been trying to use up what was in the drawer, and now I'm down to the last 2 pouches. It's kind of forced me to do this food haul so I can actually restock that drawer and make my way through all of this. So before I started filming, I sat down and I looked at everything, and even though it looks like I'm about to show you a lot of stuff, this is pretty much what Bella eats in a whole month, and I'm not even sure if this will cover her for an entire month, but this is roughly about what a whole month's worth of food looks like for Bella, which is absolutely insane. So I don't really know what to start with. I think I'll start off with the dry food first because she's still on the same dry food. This is the brand of dry food I like to feed Bella. It is one of the best and healthiest dry foods on the market. It's by a brand called Nature's Variety. So this company is, I think they're also owned by a brand called Nature's Menu. They're very popular for doing raw food. The reason why I love this dry food is because it's got no grain and it's made with deboned chicken, which is the first ingredient. So I do like Bella to have a little bit of dry food in her diet. I give her about 40 grams a day, and it's just because it gives her something to eat during the day. I did try to cut out the dry food, but I could tell she was really hungry. So she's been on this food ever since she was a kitten, and for the adults they do chicken, turkey and fish. So I've tried her on the chicken and the turkey, but I think she does prefer the chicken. And I've got a nice new container that I have been using. So if you guys remember, I had a little tin, but this is much more practical because I can fit a lot more of this bag inside here, and it's so easy to pour out. I love that it's pink, and the lid, it does have measurements on there. Don't know if you'll be able to see that, but if you want to measure out your food, and that's quite handy. So I don't usually use this because I can judge it by eye, and yeah, so this is what the biscuits look like. The kitten pieces are a little bit smaller than this, but yeah, if you're looking for a really good healthy dry food, I definitely recommend feeding this. So next I'll go ahead and show you guys the raw food, just so that I can go and put it back in the freezer quickly before it defrosts. So a couple of weeks ago I tried Bella on raw food for about 2 weeks, and then she went off it. So at the time I wasn't feeding her any biscuits during the day because I just wanted to see how she would go without the biscuits on the raw food. There's pros and cons to feeding raw food. Some people are completely against it and some people will only ever feed raw food. In my personal opinion, after trying her on it, I think it's something I would like to incorporate into her diet. So along with her wet food and her dry food, some days to switch up and give her some raw food. Bella did take to it really well. She loved it. I tried her on all the flavors that we had at work, and yeah, she really enjoyed it. And the most amazing thing about raw food is that it makes your cat poo less. So Bella normally poos twice a day. It can make them poo maybe once a day or once every couple of days because it makes them do a more like solid stool, and it doesn't smell. So Bella could do a poo in her litter tray and you wouldn't smell it. Like, there was no smell to it. So yeah, I definitely recommend trying it if you've never tried it before. All you need to do is pop the tub in the fridge overnight and then it's ready to feed in the morning, and you can get a couple of feeds out of it. And I didn't mention at the start of this video, I work as a pet shop assistant, so all of this stuff I'm showing you guys I actually got from work. There's a couple of things I did get on Amazon which I will mention, but all of this stuff I got from work, which is probably why I have such a big variety, because I can just pick and choose what I want to get her. So the brand of raw food I tried her on is by a brand called Nutriment. Very good quality. My manager did tell me about a brand called Perform, which I think is like the top of the range raw food for cats. I would like to try her on that one day. So they do these big tubs. I think these are 500 grams, and I think this lasted Bella about maybe 3 or 4 days. You get a lot in here. I love that it comes in this tub here, and then you just pop it in the fridge and just scoop it out as you go. So this flavor is in beef, and they also do a large chicken one as well. So the first flavor I tried Bella on was beef, and then these are the little flavors. So these are 175 grams. So this first flavor is venison and duck, and then this one here is rabbit with turkey. We've also got the little beef one at work, however I don't have that one because she ate it. And there's also 2 other flavors they do in the little tubs, which is chicken and salmon, but at work we only have this flavor, and the beef. So hopefully when we get our next delivery, the salmon, the little salmon and the little chicken will come in. And yeah, like I said, Bella really liked these, and if you've been thinking about feeding your cat on the raw food, it's so easy to do, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. Bella did go to the vet about 2 weeks ago because she had her teeth cleaned, and I mentioned to the vet that I was feeding her raw, and she said that even though a lot of raw foods will state that the food is complete, like these ones do, it is recommended to feed it alongside like wet food and dry food. But yeah, so that's what I intend to do for Bella. Anyway, so I've also got this raw food, and this is also by Nutriment, but this is like a different range they have. So this is called Leo and Wolf, and these are beef meatballs, and I believe they also do a tripe flavor, but Bella doesn't like these. I've tried her on it twice, and I thought this would be really nice to use because with this you have to defrost the whole thing. Then with this you can just take out a couple of meatballs and defrost them in the fridge and then feed them. But she just won't touch these. Tried her on it a few weeks ago, and I tried her on it a couple of days ago, and she just was not having it. So yeah, I'll probably give this to my boyfriend Brandon to give to his dog or cat. He's got a ragdoll himself, but there's a couple of other ragdolls there, and there's 2 dogs and they eat raw, so they might like this, so it's not going to go to waste. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pop these back in the freezer so that they don't defrost. Right, so next we'll move on to the wet food. I've got a lot of wet food to go through, so I think I'll start off with the food that you guys are familiar with. So I tried Bella on Blink again. As you guys know, she used to eat this as a kitten, kind of. I used to order the subscription. I asked my manager if he can get them in, and now we stock about 5 different flavors. I tried Bella on this and I think she ate it, and then I got a few more pouches and then she just wouldn't touch it. But yeah, this is the chicken and beef flavor, so I think I might just bring this back to work and exchange it for a different food. But I do recommend trying Bling. It's made in the UK and it's just a really good, healthy, good quality food, but I do find that not all cats like the texture. This is the jelly. I think Bella preferred the gravy. It's a very interesting looking food, but I think it's worth a try, to be honest with you, because yeah, it is good quality. It's grain free, no added sugar and natural ingredients. So next we have Untamed. I have been feeding Bella this since she was a kitten. So with the Untamed food, they don't have a kitten version and an adult version. I think kittens can have all the flavors. I think the only way you can get it is through subscription. The only downside is that they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete flavors. So it's literally just chicken or fish. There isn't any like duck or beef or anything like that. The flavors are very limited, and then they have some jelly flavors, but those ones are complimentary. Complimentary is basically where you have to feed it alongside a complete food. So I try and explain this in all my videos. You've got complete and you've got complimentary. You should definitely have a look on the back of your pet's tin or pouch, because not all of them are complete. So complete means it's got all the added minerals and stuff, and you don't really need to add other things to their diet because it is complete. Whereas complimentary is almost like a treat in a way, like it's a food but it's not complete. I'm probably not explaining that very well, but for some reason the jelly ones from Untamed are complimentary, but then just the regular ones in gravy are complete. So I do feed Bella a mixture of complete and complimentary food. So from Untamed, she now currently eats all the flavors apart from the chicken. So we've got tuck-in tuna with shrimp, which is Bella's favorite, tuck-in tuna, which is just pure tuna, and then we've got the full-on fishy, which I think is tuna, sardines and mackerel. I think this is probably her least favorite one, probably because it's not as wet as the others. But yeah, she does really like these, and these are quite meaty, to be honest. Here's the 2 chicken flavors. So we've got chocolate chicken with ham and chocolate chicken with gravy. So the ham one is on top, and this used to be her absolute favorite, especially as a kid. They've also brought out dry food, which is amazing. I think they do a chicken and maybe a salmon flavor. Oh, and these are the 2 tins in jelly. I don't normally get a lot of the jelly tins. I maybe get like maybe 2, just so that she gets something a little bit different. But as you guys know, she's not too fond of jelly. So we've got chocolate chicken and jelly and chocolate chicken with duck. Okay, so next we'll go on to Applause, because this is also a brand I have mentioned. I love Applause. Bella only really likes the tins. They do jelly pouch and they do pouches in broth, but she's not really a huge fan of them. She prefers the tins, and I think it's because they're a little bit more wet. The only thing about the Applause tins and pouches is that they are all complimentary. None of them are complete, they're all complimentary. They do a wet food which is complete, but I can't remember what it looks like, and we don't stock it at work, but we sell a huge amount of the Applause tins. They're really popular, they fly off the shelf. So I'll show you guys the little tins first. So this one, I think they discontinued it, and I hated the smell of this one, and Bella wasn't too fond, but this was a new one we started stocking at work at some point last year. So it's whitefish with salmon, and it's the only whitefish one that they do. But yeah, it smelled really bad, and Bella wasn't too fond of this. I think this is probably the 3rd tin I bought her. Then we've got the mackerel and sardines. I don't buy this one for her too much because it's not as wet as the tuna one. I like to give her something a little bit different from time to time just to mix things up. And then she does really like the grain-free in gravy. So all of the Applause tins have small amounts of rice in there, but this one is completely grain-free. I don't know why they don't have any more grain-free options, but she does like this one. The texture is a little bit different. The rest of them are described as a broth, whereas this one is described as being in a gravy. And her 2 favorite flavors is the tuna fillet with prawn, but this is the big tin, by the way. So to compare the sizes, this is the little tin, this is 1 portion, and then this is the big tin, which is 2 portions. This is her favorite one, and then this one is just the tuna fillet. She does also like the tuna with cheese now. She didn't used to like that one, but she does like that one. So yeah, I just get a mixture of the big tins and the little tins. And then a brand we started stocking at work, which I'm so excited about because they only used to sell this in supermarkets, and every couple of weeks we're getting more and more of the range. So I think this was the first, well, this isn't the first thing from Enquires that I've tried. I tried her on 2 tins from Sainsbury's, but from work this is like the first thing I tried. And if you didn't know, Enquires is actually manufactured in the same place as Paws. Their flavours are very similar, the ingredients are almost exactly the same, but Paws is cheaper. They look a teeny tiny bit different, but Paws is actually cheaper than Enquires. Enquires is a bit more expensive. So I got this box of tuna based pouches. So you've got 2 tuna fillets, 2 tuna and sea bream, and 1 mackerel with tuna and sardine. So this is a box of 5 pouches. So this is what it looks like. You don't get a huge amount in here, it's only 50 grams, but I did buy this for Bella before and she did really like them. So they're in a broth, and then we can also buy the pouches individually. So this one is tuna fillet with prawn, and she did really like it. These are quite pricey to buy by itself. This one is 70 grams, so you've got a little bit more in the individual pouch. So my neighbour's music just keeps getting louder and louder. Do you guys remember when I said Bella went through a phase where she just wasn't eating any fish-based foods? And there's actually a lot more fish-based foods than there are chicken and other meat. So I had to order these online. I can't remember where I got them from, but they were very expensive. So they were like £1.30 something per tin. So it's by the brand Canigan, which is a very nice brand. And these are very similar to the untamed chicken. So these ones basically, they're very similar. So this one is chicken with beef, which is very unusual. You don't really get beef in a tin, so that was quite nice. And we've got chicken and crab, once again, quite different. There we go. You normally just get crab with the fish food, not so much with chicken. And then here we've got chicken with ham. That looks like this. And then this one was chicken with duck. So there we go. But yeah, Canigan's a very good brand. Definitely recommend trying it if you can actually get your hands on it. I've not really seen too many places selling it, but yeah, it's definitely worth a try if you do come across it. And then we've got this brand called Fish for Cats. They also do fish for dogs, so it's like dry food and wet food that is all fish based, and they do the same for cats, and they have so many flavors. So I got this from work. Bella has never been a huge fish eater, but at the moment she's eating quite a lot of fish, so I might try her on some more flavors because there's so much variety. But I tried her on the tuna fillet with salmon, and she did eat this one. So also when Bella went through her phase of only wanting to eat chicken, I had a look on Amazon to see if there was anything that she might like, and I thought I would try this brand called Wellness Core. Unfortunately, you do have to buy the whole box. I think this food, well, they do stock it in Pets at Home. I think you might be able to buy things individually in Pets at Home. At some point this year, I want to do a come shop with me in Pets at Home, but cat edition. I used to do this kind of video when I had hamsters. I would go to Pets at Home, film the hamster section, get a couple of bits, go home, give you guys a haul of what I got, and that was really fun. I haven't been to my local Pets at Home since, I don't think it was the start of last year, it was the start of 2022 when I went with April. So I'll link that vlog in the description if you want to go ahead and check it out. So I didn't have Bella then, and I've only been to Pets at Home in Kent once since I've had Bella, and I think they've actually refurbished my local Pets at Home. So it'll be really nice to go there, take you guys with me, and have a look at the tiny little cat section that they have and see if we can get any new things for Bella. I think that will be really fun. I don't have any hamsters at the moment. It'd be quite nice to go to Pets at Home as a cat owner. This is the brand Wellness Core, so it's natural, grain-free, and this food is actually in chunks. You've got some vegetables and some fruits in there as well. You can't actually really see the vegetables, I don't think. They're quite small, and it's in gravy. So you've got turkey with duck, and then you've got chicken and turkey in a savoury gravy. So in this box you get 6 pouches. So this isn't something she gets all the time, it's more of just like an occasional thing, just to give her something a little bit different. So this is what the pouches look like. Very nice packaging. So yeah, Bella really likes these. So when she's being a bit fussy, I just like to give her one of these. And then eventually I tried the fish version. So this is the tuna selection pack. So we've got tuna, and then we've got salmon and tuna in savoury gravy. So that's what this box looks like. And then the 2 pouches for them look like this. So you've got 85 grams in here, got a decent amount in these pouches. So I think the last food I have to show you guys is Bella's absolute favourite. So we started stocking these at work a couple of months ago, and Nature's Variety, which is the dry food that she's on, they do a wet food where it's a pate, but then they recently brought out this. So it's basically chunks with vegetables. It's got peas and carrots, but you can visibly see the peas and carrots. Bella loves this. So they do a multi-pack, but unfortunately you only get 4 in the pack, so you've got 2 of each flavour. Buy these at work individually. It's kind of pricey. It's like £1.30 something or 40 something, something like that, to buy these individually. But to buy the multi-pack, it's like £3.99, so it works out less than £1 a pouch. Plus I do get a discount at work. I get 25% off treats and toys and 10% off food. But yeah, this is what the pouches look like. So this is the chicken and this is the salmon, but you do have to break the pieces up because some of the pieces are quite chunky. So I found these on Amazon, and we actually sell this brand of treats at work. I think I have some to actually show you guys, but fortunately my manager can't get hold of these little pouches. But yeah, they're only about £1 on Amazon, and whenever I need to add a few more things to my cart to be able to get the free shipping, I sometimes just add a couple of these to my basket. Bella doesn't get these too often, so I'll talk you through the different types they have and the different flavours. So we've got the broth one here, which is probably her favourite. So first off, we've got chicken with salmon, and then we've got just chicken, and we've got chicken with scallop, and then we've got chicken with tuna. Basically just a broth with little chicken pieces in there, and Bella really likes these. And then we've got, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's tuna with salmon. They have different flavours. One is just like a puree, that's the best way to describe. And then we've got this one, which is a stew, so it's chicken with salmon. I can't remember what this one looks like, but I think she liked it. These are really nice, so I definitely recommend trying these out. It's definitely worth a try because they're only £1 each. So that's all of the food. Now we're going to move on to treats. So this is where I put all of her licky licks. So I did stock up last week, so she's got, I think, 3 different flavours in here, and every day before dinner she gets one of these. So the ones I tend to buy her is the milk and yogurt, and then I think we've got a liver one in here somewhere. This is the liver one, and then we've got salmon, and then we've also got a soup down here as well. They recently changed the recipe and Bella's not so fond of the new recipe, but yeah, this is the licky licks soup. So that I keep in the kitchen in the drawer with her tins and pouches, and then this I keep in my bedroom, so it's just backups. And then the treats that are open are in these jars because I don't like to have too many treats opened at once. So starting off with this one, this is the only Whiskers product I would ever buy. These are, they're called Dent or something. So Bella has always had some kind of issues with her teeth when she was a kitten, and like I said, she went in to get her teeth cleaned, and she also had 3 of her really small teeth at the front removed because they were quite wobbly. I think it was last year when she had her yearly injections back in October. The vet said there was a little bit of plaque build-up on her back teeth, and I was trying to brush her teeth, but she just does not allow me to. So then I started looking into different products I could use for her teeth. So this is something I should have showed you guys at the start, but I forgot. But it's called Zest and Prep. So it's basically a algae based dental powder that you put on your cat or dog's food every morning, and I've only got a little bit left. I went to buy some more on Amazon, but the product wasn't available, and on their website it's also not available. Hopefully it comes back into stock soon. This is supposed to help with plaque. I've also tried a few different dental treats. Bella has a habit of swallowing things whole, even her biscuits, like dry food. They say it's really good for cats to eat dry food because it helps with their teeth, but she doesn't really chew them, she swallows them whole. So I bought these Whiskers treats because these were the biggest dental treats we had at work. So they look like that, but she still manages to swallow them whole. And yeah, so I bought about 2 packs of these and I give them to her every day in the hopes that it will help to clean her teeth. But when Bella did go in for her dental cleaning, the vet did say her teeth were looking so much better, so something's definitely working. I've tried all sorts of dental stuff. She's got a gel which she hates. I've got this thing that you put on your finger, it's like a little cloth, but yeah, it's just really difficult to clean cats' teeth. Yeah, so this is the only Whiskers product I would ever buy. Don't recommend buying their food, stay well away from it. I'm a little bit more lenient when it comes to treats because it's just a treat, but when it comes to her main food, I only feed like the best quality. Next we have these hairball treats. This is by Vet IQ. Sorry I don't have the packaging for these, but I have mentioned this in probably every one of my videos. So there's just these tiny little ones. They do dental ones as well, and I think they do a urinary one, but I like these hairball ones because they work wonders. Perfect for long-haired cats or cats that shed a lot. And then we've got these, which are by Nature's Menu. They're very stinky. I think this is the chicken and liver one. They used to do 3 flavors, now they only do 2. So it just looks like this. And she adores these. They're really nice and soft. Hello, would you like a treat? She's just come over to me, but yeah, here she is. I knew she would make an appearance at some point. Yeah, she's quite big and very fluffy at the moment because this is her winter coat. I remember in one of my previous cat food haul video, someone commented how come she had short fur because she was a ragdoll. It wasn't a mean comment, it was just someone asking how comes her fur is quite short because ragdolls are known for having long fur, and at the time it was because she was still quite young. Ragdolls aren't fully grown until they're 4, and it was also during the summer, and they have 2 different coats. They have their spring/summer coat, and then they have their autumn/winter coat, which is longer and a lot thicker. So she's 2 now, and this winter her fur is so much thicker and longer this winter than it was last winter when she was quite small, but now she's quite chunky, but I don't even know if you can tell how big she is, but yeah, she's a big chunky girl. So the next pack of treats I will show you guys are these ones. So it's by the same brand as that raw food that I showed you guys, the meatball. Got sent this goodie box at work, and they just basically send a box of treats and toys for a variety of different animals. It's mainly dog stuff, to be honest, and it's just to see whether my manager will be interested in stocking it. I picked out these treats and Bella does like them, but they're just so messy and so crumbly. So they're freeze dried, just crumble apart, and whenever I give her one, there's just mess all over the floor. So I'm gonna give these to Brandon to give to his dog Yogi. It's moving on to the boxes of Licky Licks. So this is basically these little things I showed you. We sell so many of these at work. They're one of our best sellers when it comes to cat treats. I would never feed the Webox food. It's actually cheaper in price than the Whiskers food. Yeah, I wouldn't really recommend feeding it, but treats I don't mind because, you know, it's a treat. So here we've got the salmon flavour, we've got liver sausage and cat grass, and then we've got milk and yogurt, and then we've got the liver. So she goes through quite a few of the 5 boxes. It's about a month's worth because she gets 1 a day. If you've never tried your cat on Licky Licks before, definitely recommend it. And then the last 2 treats I have is by the same brand as these. So we've got a few flavours of these at work, and they're basically the same as the Licky Licks, but these are a little bit more expensive, and I think they are probably a bit more better quality as well. So you only get 4 in here. So this one is the tuna, and then this one here is tuna with salmon. That is pretty much the end of this video. I had so much fun filming. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to try and do these videos a bit more often. I think last year I only filmed 2, and I kind of wanted to film one like every 2 to 3 months. 8 months was quite a big gap, but yeah, I will be filming another one in a couple of months, fingers crossed, so then you can actually get an idea of what Bella's currently eating. So this is just a huge bunch of stuff I've been feeding her over the course of 8 months. If you have any suggestions on like cat videos you would like to see, then please let me know. One video I would love to film this year is a what I feed my cat in a day type video, or like what I feed my cat in a week, because that will be a bit more accurate. That will be something I would love to film. Probably something I'll have to film when I've got like a week off work, and I'll have time to properly show you guys what I feed her in the morning and evening. I've also started doing cat vlogs. I think so far I've only done one, so it's just a whole vlog dedicated to all things cat related, and I want to do a updated one soon. And I'm also going to talk more about Bella's vet appointment. I did film some clips for my last vlog, but I will also use those clips in an upcoming cat vlog. And yes, so I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here because my camera is about to overheat. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. So bye for now, guys.